everyone, welcome to Mindful Eating with Mindful Warriors. Today we're making something very interesting. It's a South Indian cuisine. It's green dosas. We call pesarittu. This is a 2-ingredient dosa. Can you believe it? So what do we need? We need around 100 grams of green mung beans soaked. So this is green mung beans. And we soak it overnight. I usually soak it overnight and drain the water completely and keep it aside for our dosa. And we need salt because salt gives a lot of taste, and that's all we need. So let's make the batter now. So we will add the green mung beans in the blender jar. We will add around half a teaspoon of salt. I'm using pink salt here. Around 100 ml of water, not too much. If we need to add more water, we can always add it. We want to make a smoothie out of this. So to make a smoothie, you know the smoothie consistency, it's very thick, still like watery, so we want a thick paste, almost a smoothie consistency. So let's blend this. So we have a thick smoothie consistency batter ready here. All we have to do is transfer it into a bowl. So that's all we need. We are going to make dosas, which is very similar to pancakes here. I'm sure you're all familiar with pancakes. So what we're gonna do is we will take a flat pan like this. One thing to remember when we take the flat pan here, it has to be non-stick or very, very seasoned cast iron pan. So what happens is, if you make the dosas very thin, or if you don't give enough time for it to cook, the dosas will not rise. If you try to flip it, it will stick to the pan. So since if you are very new to this, if you are making dosas for the very first time in your life, I would recommend you to have a non-stick pan. It will kind of make your life easy. Where if you don't have one, you can use cast iron, but you have to oil the pan very well, and it has to be a seasoned pan. It can't be a new one. So we will switch on the stove. We have to wait until the pan is hot, the skillet is hot. Keep hovering your hand over the pan to see how hot it is. Make sure you have your parent next to you. And once your skillet is hot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the batter. Take 1 ladleful of the dosa batter, put it right in the middle. This is for the non-stick pan. I need not have to oil it before. And then just kind of move it. Try to make it as round as you can. And take some oil. Add a little bit of oil around the dosas and some on top, and let it cook. It will take a couple of minutes, but please don't hurry up. I have to wait until the color kind of changes from the lighter version of green to the darker version of green. And I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna try to flip it and see if all the edges are loose enough for me to flip. When I'm able to take the spatula below the dosa, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it. It has a nice color at the bottom. When you flip it, you need not have to cook the dosas for a long time. You flip it and give it about 30 seconds time and it's done. But if you have, before you flip it, you need to give it at least 1 or 2 minutes. If you rush the process, then your dosa will break or it will not, you'll not be able to flip it. So now I'm going to flip it back and it's done. So what do we need for peanut chutney? Of course, we need around 50 grams of roasted peanuts. If you cannot get roasted peanuts, you can roast them in the oven or roast them on the pan without oil, though it has to be dry roasted. And we'll need 1 small red onion and 4 cloves of garlic. If your garlic is a little bit more big, then I would say 3 cloves or 2 cloves of garlic. And we'll need 1 teaspoon of paprika or paprika chilies. I don't think these chilies are available in your country because it's available only in India, or Indian store also works, but I think it's better to use paprika than this, because if you buy some other chili thinking that it's a paprika chili, then it can be very spicy, because these chilies are not spicy. And we need 2 tomatoes there. So what do? We have a flat pan like this because we need to roast, we need to cook all the everything except peanuts. So we have a flat pan and add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use coconut oil also, and I'm gonna add garlic, but you can always crush the garlic, otherwise the garlic will pop, so it's better to crush the garlic. And add the garlic and add 1 onion, chopped, roughly chopped is okay because we're going to blend it. I have around 4 paprika chilies. This is not spicy at all. It only gives nice bright color. But if you have paprika, don't add it here. Add it in the blender. I will mention when to add it if you have paprika powder. If you are using a chili, you can add it here. So once the onions are translucent, add tomatoes. I've taken 2 tomatoes. And we will cook the tomatoes until soft, which will take around 5 minutes maximum. It's always better to cook it by closing the lid, because the minute you close the lid, the steam helps the tomatoes cook better. So we are just waiting for the tomatoes to become soft. So once the tomatoes are soft, then you switch off the stove and let the mixture cool down. So in between, once I want you all to open the lid and then stir it and see if the tomatoes are not burning. Sometimes the tomatoes burn, so you have to keep a watch and close it back again. So in about 5 minutes, just like open the lid and then check if the tomatoes are soft. You can always try squishing the tomatoes with a spatula. If it's easily squishable, then the tomatoes are done. So once the tomatoes are done, you may wanna transfer it onto a plate. The reason why we transfer it to a plate is it needs to cool down before we add them in the blender. Let it cool down for about 5 to 8 minutes until it comes back to the room temperature. So once the mixture comes back to the room temperature, that's when we're going to blend it. So we have the tomato mixture, tomato, onions, chili, garlic mixture ready here, and it's cooled down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this to a blender jar. If you're adding paprika powder, that's 1 teaspoon of paprika I mentioned before. Now is the time to add paprika again. We will also add 50 grams of roasted peanuts. And we'll add half a teaspoon of salt. Do not add a lot of salt, then it's hard to fix it. So just half a teaspoon, and we will add around 3 tablespoons of water, not too much. If we need, we will always add more water, but to begin with, we'll add 3 tablespoons. Now we will blend it until it's a hummus consistency. So treat this like hummus. Blend this. This is quite nice. It's thick and it is in the hummus consistency. It's not smooth, so I'm gonna add 1 more tablespoon of water and blend it until it's smooth. If you like it chunky, you can leave it at this. So this is nice and smooth. You can also taste this. If you need more salt, you can add more salt and give it another round of blending. But if you feel the salt is good for your taste, you can leave it at this. So this is peanut chutney. You can eat peanut chutney with flatbread or any kind of carrots, vegetables, and also with dosas.